Hello, and welcome to episode 17 of Randall Vision. I am your host, Randall, and today's episode is about how Attack on Titan is a direct sequel of Neon Genesis Evangelion. So this is our first dive into one of Randall's anime theories, or just to open up and show a little bit more of my interest here. But so what is this topic about? Well, to backpedal, I did not research this topic at all. Somebody else may have already put out this theory, but I came up with it independently. So I'm going to give my take independently without taking a look around the web to see if a similar theory has already been proposed. But I've got a brief list here of some comparisons that make the connection seem more obvious. I came to this conclusion while rewatching season 1 of Attack on Titan, and it was the episode when Eren first transformed into a Titan. And it dawned on me, I'm like, oh, that's Unit 1. That Eren is Shinji, and in Neon Genesis Evangelion, it's the plot pretty much revolves around, hey Shinji, get in the Eva, save the world. If you don't, we will all die. And it's kind of a similar situation where Eren has to transform into a Titan to save the day, or else everybody's going to die. But he's more mature. He's more willing to do so. That's the character development that Shinji has undergone to be transformed into Eren Yeager. So yeah, I touched on how Unit 1 is analogous to Eren as a Titan. Another point is their fathers. Shinji's father is Gendo Ikari. I didn't look up Eren's dad's name, but those characters have a lot in common. That they are both willing to abandon their son in order to pursue conspiratorial work. So that's a pretty narrow archetype to fill that it is somewhat of an anime trope where the majority of the main characters are either from a single parent household or at that point are an orphan whenever they undergo their journey. But the nature of their work, I think, ties it closer together. And so yet another comparison point here is that in Evangelion, the plot revolves around the series of impacts. That there was the first impact and the second impact, and the original series focuses on preventing the third impact. Well, Attack on Titan also has the rumbling, and that is discussed whether or not that is an appropriate response to the world is by triggering an apocalypse event. So that seems sort of specific, that I feel like it links the two pretty closely. And just the general overall plot structure, where I feel like both of them, in the early episodes, it becomes clear, oh, this is some type of mystery. So in the Evangelion, you're trying to figure out what the Evas are, and in Attack on Titan, you're trying to understand what the Titans are, and the authors trickle out that information in a way that each time you learn something, then that raises even more questions, which sets up further development of the plot. And eventually, by the end, you get to the truth and you go, damn, I want to watch this again, because if I know from the beginning what I know now at the end, this is going to be an entirely different story. Once again, that can be said for many works of fiction, but this was all I came up with without giving it too much thought and with doing zero research online. So hopefully that this generates a little buzz, or if I want to see if this has been publicly discussed, and if I could get in on that and ride somebody's coattails or something, we may try to do that. But I thought it was neat and felt the need to share it. So, as always, remember that you're a sovereign individual. Do what thou wilt.